Hey Nesters, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm sharing with you a Goodwill thrift haul. Almost everything here will be for sale in my Etsy shop, so I'll go ahead and jump into it. The first thing I picked up was this 1980s Corel Platter. This is in the blue floor pattern, and there's actually not too many of these out there that is listed. Replacements.com has 4 of these currently listed for $64.95 plus shipping, and then there was one listed on eBay for the same price. I didn't see any solds on this. I'm not going to list mine for that much. Mine does have one small spot here of, I don't know if it's rust or what it is, it's just a little orange spot that I couldn't get out, and it's not really in bad shape, but I just don't feel like this is a $70 platter. So I'm going to list mine for $38 and include free shipping, and hopefully someone that's been looking for it and looking for a deal can go ahead and get this. I only paid $3 for it. When I was looking through the glassware kind of knick-knack section, I spied the cutest thing. It is this vintage children's book light plate switch. It looks like someone had cut out obviously an image from a children's book and then had glued it onto this light switch. I absolutely love this piece. I only paid 75 cents for it. I did get 25% off my whole order, so that is why it says $1 and I paid 75 cents. But I think I'm going to keep this. I think it would be nice to actually put in our RV. And if I don't end up with a light switch this size, we're still on the hunt for an RV, then I might resell it, but it is a super, super durable find, and I was definitely gonna pick that up. One of my favorite things to pick up is knickknacks, these cute little kitschy knickknack items, and I was able to find a few today. The first one, which was probably my favorite, was this adorable owl family here on the tree, and we have this little one hanging upside down. It says "Nobody's Perfect" on the bottom there. Super cute. I think I paid about 75 cents for him, and I will be listing him up on Etsy. And I picked up another Russ and Barry's 1970s statue. This one says "I love loving you," and it just has this little girl handing the boy a candy bar, and I just thought it was super cute. This one is from 1979, and yeah, that'll also be up in my Etsy. And the last one I'm going to share with you today is this really cute housewife one. She's a little homemaker, I guess, or maybe even a crazy cat lady. I think there's 2 little cats right here. One's on her broom trying to make her not clean. But I really like the ones that have a little bit of a story to them, and I thought this one was pretty detailed. I think I paid $2 for it, so maybe $1.50. And yeah, that one will be up in the shop as well. I was tempted to keep this one. Those of you who have watched my channel for a while know that I like to collect Pyrex, and I also like to pick up the Corel Pyrex compatible dishes. And this one pattern that I found today is a pattern I never find, so I was super happy to come across it. It is Snowflake Garland, and I got this one here as a saucer and a teacup, and I paid $3. Normally their sets, I feel like they always have them at $3, but they had this marked at $4 for some reason. But with my discount, I still paid $3 for this. They had 3 other ones there, but they had chips and were kind of damaged, so I didn't get those ones. And they also had a set of 4 saucers for $3, so I paid $2.25. Now, a couple of these, the bottom 2, I might be able to clean up. I can't tell if they're damaged or just dirty, but the top 2 definitely looked in good condition. So, I mean, like I said, I have a hard time finding this pattern, and I really like to make that collection. I got a lot of the Spring Blossom, and the Butterfly Gold is getting out of control. I'm gonna have to list some of that. I don't need that much of the Butterfly Gold, but yeah, I'm still on the hunt for this one and Woodland mostly, and so I was very happy to find that. I also decided to pick up a few tea sets today. They had them priced individually at $5 a pop, but my total order was over $100, so I got the 25% off. So they were only $3.75 for me. And I'm not super knowledgeable about, you know, each design and pattern, so I don't know the pattern names, but I can tell you what is on the bottom. I just picked up the ones I thought were the prettiest. The first one is this one here. And this one is Royal Malvern Bone China, made in England. And this one is definitely my favorite of the bunch that I picked up. Super gorgeous. I am going to list these up on Etsy for about $20 to $22 with free shipping. and it's kind of an experiment to see if I want to pick up any more in the future, but I thought this one was really nice. Definitely if I was going to keep one, it would be this here. The next one I picked up is this one here, and this is a Royal Ascot bone china made in England, and it has the little top hat symbol on the bottom. I don't know why, but that seems like it's a little bit newer than the, super old ones. It's probably still old, but, it definitely has the gold trim around it and stuff like that. This one, I want to say is a dianthus flower, but I'm not quite sure. That's what I'm calling it. That's what it reminds me of. And this is probably my second favorite. Definitely pretty gorgeous there. And again, the same price, $3.75 and about 20 to 22 bucks I'll list it for. Here's the next one I picked up. This one here is a Delphine bone china made in England. This one's also super gorgeous. I'm quite a big fan of these as well. I believe those are roses, and I do think roses sell the best usually. So I was definitely gonna pick that one up. And the last full set I got was this one here. This isn't my favorite color because I'm not a huge fan of that rosy pink, but I thought someone would like it. This is a Royal Ascot bone china made in England one as well. And yeah, I definitely thought someone would enjoy that, so I decided to go ahead and pick that one up. And I picked up another mix and match set, and someone had commented that I could call it a Franken set, so I do call that my Pyrex when I have miscellaneous, like this one that's toppling over I need to fix. I call it a Franken stack. So I very well could list it that way. I thought I might just throw it in the booth. I just thought both of these pieces are really pretty, and I kind of wanted them both, so I figured they look kind of nice together. Let me know below if you guys think those kind of match. This one says thinking of you, which I thought was kind of different. I usually don't see the teacups with the wording on it. It has pretty florals. This one says it's Regency bone china made in England. And then the saucer here it has a little bit of wear to it, especially around this because it is hand painted. It is put out by Castle China. It says hand painted in Japan, so it does have a little bit of paint wear to it, but it's still a very beautiful piece. I paid 75 cents for that as well. If I do decide to list it, I probably obviously won't list it quite as much as the others, but I don't know. There's something about them I wanted to give them a try, so I was willing to pick those up. Now this next one, I wish it had the saucer to it because it's absolutely stunning. And for whatever reason, they had $2 marked on this one, so I paid $1.50 for it. I absolutely love this. It has the most beautiful scene on it. It appears to be this Victorian couple dating. So here they're walking and there's birds flying around them. And then it shows a picture of the garden and then them in the garden, and he's picking her a flower, and I believe he might even be proposing to her because he looks like he's down on his knee. It's absolutely stunning, and there's even a little Cupid up here in the corner. I don't know anything about this pattern. It does say made in England on the bottom. It is engraved into it. So it's definitely an older piece. I really like the black and white coffee mug here. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna list it, but I'm not sure. I'm not really sure the price because it doesn't have the saucer, but it is a very unique piece. So I might just sell it for the same as the sets with the saucer. I think it's really, quite different, and I'm sure someone's gonna absolutely love this. I'm tempted to keep this myself, but I probably don't need it. When I first walked in, I glanced at the book section and I saw a couple of children's books that were older. The first one I got was the Butterfly and Moss book here, and I was kind of surprised to see 95 cents on these because in the past they've always told me that they couldn't go any lower than $1. So apparently that's a lie. They can go lower than $1. And this one here is from 1958. Well, this edition, I think it originally came out in 1942, but someone actually had gifted this to someone in 1963. It's a little handwritten note there, so I thought that was cute. And yeah, so that's a pretty good one there. And then this one here is called Tony's Birds, again, 95 cents. So with the 25% off, it was about 71, 72 cents. And I believe this one was from the 50s or 60s, 1961. So again, another nice book, has really nice images on it, and I really always like the illustrations in these older books. So that's usually what catches my eye. So I thought that was a pretty good price for those. This next thing is something I almost passed on because when I initially saw it, I had only seen the first one. And I was kind of looking at the picture and she seemed a little bit sad to me, and I was thinking, even though I really loved the frame, I was thinking, I don't know if I would want that just on my wall. It looks like it would just be sad to look at. But when it's paired with the other one, it actually looks really nice. So you have this praying older man and they kind of correlate together. So she's a little bit sad and he's praying, you know, you can kind of think about the situation they might be in. So I decided to go ahead and pick them up both. And I was tempted to just take the pictures out and keep the frames because, I mean, come on, look at those frames. They're stunning, right? But I am going to list these and keep the pictures intact since they are original to the frames. And yeah, so I was definitely happy to pick those up. I think I paid about $1.50 for the set, so those will be up in my Etsy shop. I did look through the mugs a bit today. It was actually kind of nice that they didn't have so many. It was a little easier to look through them. Usually it's completely full and I get overwhelmed, and you always have to pull them off the racks to actually see them, so I'm sure I miss a lot, but it wasn't too frustrating today. I was able to pick up a few. So this one here is some kind of a story of being a mom, and it has like a little period there and the line goes like that, and you can see it spells out mom. So it has all kinds of wording on it. It would probably take me 10 minutes to read it, so it's quite the little story there. I haven't actually even read it yet, but this was put out in 1982. It says down here in Atlanta, Georgia, by the Tuscany Collection, and it says Japan. So I guess it was made in Japan, maybe designed in Georgia. I'm not quite sure how that works, but it's a pretty good sized mug, and I definitely thought that would be a good thing to try to resell. I like to pick up the mugs to resell. People enjoy them, and I don't think there's any real condition issues. I think there might be a small chip right there. Is that a chip? I didn't think this was chipped. I think there's a tiny chip on the outside right here. It's on the outside, not on the top brim, and it's not very noticeable. So I'll probably just put it for a little bit less than I normally would have, but yeah, I thought that was a super fun mug anyways there. And I did pick up a few more mugs along with a bunch of other stuff, but I'm going to share that with you in tomorrow's video. I'll do another Goodwill haul because I got so much stuff. And so if you guys enjoyed this, please give me a like. It really helps my channel out, lets me know you do enjoy these types of videos and want to see more like this from me in the future. Hit that subscribe button, make sure the red is no longer red, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye!